crime in the community, man, we've been part of most people on this side of the community been participating in crime for almost 100 years, over 100 years. We talking about from the moonshine, that was a hustle, and then the heroin came in the 20s and stuff like that. Then eventually it went on to LSDs and crack, weed, and everything. Weed always been around. That was they was smoking that in the '30s. Jazz. That's a lot of them songs. Was a big dude. He used to move it. Matter of fact, Louis Armstrong had a whole song about it. What I'm saying? Wilson got a good documentary about marijuana and all that. Fab Five Freddy. Matter of fact, they don't. He tells a lot of. It's too much truth in it. That's why I don't get a lot of show. He tells too much truth. Who brought it in? Of course, it wasn't us. But yeah, but it's a lot of the medicinal things in it. But far as building a structured empire of crime hasn't. You have to get in on the base floor and change up. These people came from other places. They brought drugs with them, but eventually they moved in to open up restaurants, real estate business, products from their countries. And some of these business been standing around 70, 80 years, man. You know how they got it. We know how people got it. But being on the base floor, man, 100 years still trying to be a drug dealer, it's a pipe dream. Man, you hear about the Free Rays, the Big Meaches, man, the Craig Pettises, man, the Rich and Alpos, man, the Waterhead Bowls, convertible Birds, and Big Ikes, you know what I'm saying, the gangsters out of New Orleans, man, so many big time cats, man, out of the Shot, Detroit, the Best Friends and all these, man. The Junior B, man, you go on and on, Bricklayers, the Fat Cats, man, the DC, Rayful Evans, man, we would go all day with big names. Barksdale and them up there and be more and all that. Man, it's so many. We had, talking about drug dealing empires. The Miami boys, how they ran in the late 80s to the 90s, man, Florida boys. I'm both kind of the same extension, how they control majority of the Southeast at the time. Yeah, man, crime ain't got us too far, man. I just think, man, we just got to establish real businesses at this time, because I done seen the Cadillacs, I done seen the Spokes, I done seen the TVs, I done seen the 20, the 22, 24, 26, 28s, the paint jobs, man. Most of these dudes ran the streets, man, 3 to 4 to 5 years tops. Some got life, 30 years, 20 years. I know there was a dude that came home last time I heard about him. What's his name was playing? Big Timers. Whoa, Chemo Simon. This dude just came home. I said, God damn, I can tell this man riding fly, box Chevy, but he just came home. Whoa, Chemo Simon came out like 97. He did like 24 years. He was moving and stuff like this. He tried to stand tall too. There's a couple cats, man, that stood tall. It was a cold back then. You got caught, you take your leg. Ain't nobody taking their leg no more, man. I think Wallow said it's too much to be criminal, but we grew up in a different day, man, through the outfit center hall, there really were no opportunities, man. You can go stand on that block, man, make 2,500, man, a couple of hours. Not even the whole night. It was moving that fast. But it was a different day. So like it was more money in the street back then than it is now. I don't know what it is. I know different type of games took place, like scam, but it was real actual money. I seen dudes, man, count thousands of dollars by hand. Period. I seen dudes come into the Nouveaux and like urban stores, man, buy Iceberg, Jeff Hamilton jackets, throwbacks. Man, I seen dudes spend $7,000, $8,000 back to back, man, just going 2, 3 different stores. Him and a chick, man, cold, man, walking around with just so many bags in their hand. They like, God, you like, damn. They was spending real money, go outside, big 26s on the thing, big paint job. He last 2, 3 years, he out of there. Dude named Big Papa, man, though, man, like Papa Smurf Blue, Expedition, all type of cars, man. Fire baby mamas, man, I seen one at the store, man. She was on her last leg, man. Just that drug dealer, man. It was like status back in the day. They'd come to the high school basketball game, football games. Everybody want to be around. Everybody want to be around money. They got the damn baller kids, ice cream. Might even catch them at the mall, man, and buy half the store out. Come in, pay for everybody's haircuts. It don't last long, man. Most of these dudes only got 4, 5, 6 year run. Some of them did 10. But man, most of it doesn't last long, man, because you making this kind of money and they all got competition. You know, and guess what? Then you sleeping with everybody, woman. Then your woman, she know that she fine, but guess what? She want to ride, the Lexus, want the keys to the Lex, the Expeditions. You know what I'm saying? Might even put up in a Hummer for the summer. Big box Chevy. Knocking those down. All that shit, man. I'm telling you, it was a different day. Back in the man, the mid-90s, 2000, man, I'm telling you, man, drug dealers was like, they was like praised like gods, man. The working man, everybody knew him, but that dope boy pull up, man, everybody wanted to talk to him. Holler at whatever, hey, what up, playboy, give you a little, at least acknowledge you, basically. A lot of them at least acknowledge you. While walking down the street, hit that horn, beep, 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 beep. You know what I'm saying? Might pull up on you, man. What's going on with you, young blood. Just holler at them 2 or 3 minutes, and man, just keep hustling and grinding, man. You got to start somewhere. Now, a lot of them did have some of them did have good word. All of them just wasn't terrible. They just, got caught in bad situations, you know what I'm saying? Just grew up in fortunes, grandma trying to take care of 7, 8 kids. They was the youngest. They stepped out there, took that chance. Next thing you know, they ain't wearing Franklins no more. They ain't wearing hand-me-down from big cuz no more. They got the big J's on now. They got all different color Reeboks on, just bows on every day, polo every day, heel figure every day. So it was like it was like a fashion show daily. I'm talking matching from head to toe. I'm talking about from the lid down to the shoestrings, man. Boys was coming with it. They was like, God damn, that nigga got an outfit on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh yeah, Friday, Saturday, stepping out, coming with it. So yeah, just different back in the day, man. People used to pass around clothes, man. People knocked on each other's doors, man, for milk, sugar, bread. It was just, man, the fortunate situation people grew up in. Some people didn't. But, I seen it down the street from my grandma's house, man. We was fortunate. I had the Nintendo, Sega, the Genesis, had all that. But, other side of the family, people just wasn't as fortunate. It was just a different day that, like right now, everybody's rich, let you tell it. But working in banking is the farther from the truth, but you know what I'm saying? Just to see people from that different day, man, get caught up in crime, come home. They was like, damn, you was a kingpin. Now it's like, you see niggas on back of dump trucks working on construction crews and all that. It's like, man, if you can run that game, I know you can sell. I know you can run a business. It's like you understand supply and demand. You understand how to organize a team. You understand top to bottom. But these guys are making some serious money. Especially guys, you had dudes controlling whole projects, housing developments, every building. They sold that in this building, the two didn't mix. If you was even looking for, a female to play with, you had to go to that building. Because these buildings is straight, nothing but you got the white, you got the hard, you got the soft, everything else you're looking for that. That's what you came there for. And these bars was booming. It was calculated, like you said, but they infighting and all that. One go to jail and then cruise and then trying, just like Chicago, they knocked down the Cabrini Greens and all these big projects. Too much infight started. Then you got this clique versus this clique, but they didn't keep their eyes on the money. That's why a lot of them ended up in the same jails with each other, having all over America. So just like when they knocked down half the wars and projects in New Orleans, they ended up in the same, on the other side with each other, fighting for that money because, everybody had their own territory. That's why it's hard to do direct marketing sales. There's no territory. Like in beer, everything else has a territory when you can just go over here and make a sale, go over here and make a sale. You come on this block, no, they firing on them. They come to one side, they firing on them. So they just trying to find, they had their own place. But that's what happened until we get our own and try to develop. Hey, look, we can start now. Develop your own shirts, t-shirts, and everything. I know, oh, he got a polo shirt on. I mean, hell, this is dry fit. I can wear it. I got a bunch of things. Matter of fact, this stuff from a brother. Success is contagious. If we talk like that to one another, man, it would definitely change and pick up. Yeah, man, well, we gotta look at, man, where has crime gotten us these past, we could just say strongly, 60 years or so. My girl, what I'm saying? I know I had some folks out there 2 generations older than me. They said, boy, that was in going on, cutthroat, snaking and riding. But man, you know what I'm saying? But wearing that jacket back then, people used to move out of town because they couldn't move around the city. You had a bad jacket. Oh, you was a target because people already know you wasn't blood, you wasn't brother. And start going up to that day, oh, it was player haters to haters, and just now just straight haters and rats. The hood, I mean, it's full of them, man. Because people do not want to see you succeed. You know, instead of walking in, like a dude said, you want to pull up one building and have 10 boys right behind you with a Camaro. Too many people want attention, man. Just fall back. Most of these big time hustlers, man, they were laid back. They'd be in the club, they'd be in the mix. Most time, you never seen them pictures by themselves. They take pictures with the crew, come sell out, then they just watch everybody. People come up there, holler at a couple men, get their name, like, yeah, I'm gonna knock you down later, but yeah, let me holler at them. Checking beepers, cell phones, the big handbone chains and all that, man. It was just a different day, man. I think a lot of people still now is facing that reality now. Now you got boys driving trucks, little league coaches and all that, man. Selling drugs, man. We got to look at, man, where are we getting to this day and age, man, as far as participating in crime. We can build businesses, gonna take some time. It might start with us. We got another generation. Plant that seed like Dion did with TC. You know what I'm saying? They respect them. So you got to have, this can change around, man. But we got to believe it can change around, man. Just saying, we participated in crime for almost how many years, man? It ain't built nothing sustainable, man. Ain't nothing you can pass down from a crime empire unless you in another country or something. But like you said, but that's a whole nother story. But we got to pass down titles, deeds, property, man. Now the name of the street, man. My daddy was a big hustler, man. But you can't run that same hustle your daddy did because that day don't exist. Your mama might be in a good runner, but you want to get out there, man. We got so many older people now, man. Can't get some of these programs, man, because they got bad backgrounds. They can't get the proper health they need, the proper, like education. I mean, like you said, because you have a bad background, they ain't gonna let you in that house, and they ain't gonna let you in there. And these people did this stuff 25, 30 years ago, and they're in their late 40s, they in their 50s now, and you see the results of them having $1 million in cash and then invested, bought jewelry, cars, and clothes, and fed the hood. But now it's time to build the hood, man. You gotta destroy the hood and get that, the mentality. So like I tell them, man, project baby, man, food stamp baby, man. Look, we gotta start of a new man, cause that same mindset you got of growing up on food stamp project, equate to violence, no resolution skills, man. Like I said, everybody got a community, man. They go to a rabbi, they go to a temple. We don't have no conflict resolution. If anything pop off the streets, nobody's going to solve nothing. That's why the killings going back and forth. The snake and the rat, there ain't no code that's upheld. That look, no, that's wrong. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And they going back and forth, just bodies and bodies going back and forth to the funeral homes, to go funds and all that. Man, let's do something real, man. We don't have to wait till New Year to turn the leaf. You don't need no leader. It's just a code need to be established. I want to get a little bit more gray, a little bit more older, a little bit more wiser. Have a life. I want to live as long as I want and don't want for as long as I live. And I pass it down. I'm okay with that. I just don't want the violence in the streets is just over the top, man. Seeing too many youngsters, people, their nephews and all that just ended up, man, just shot up, overdosing on drugs. The culture got to change, man. You saying people made money for years, pretending to be bloods, pretending to be drug dealers. They ain't none of that. It's entertainment. But the entertainment is not real when you walk in these streets, man. They out here living this stuff, man. These people just in the studio, got their kids in private houses, man. They got chefs and lawyers. I mean, how you got all that? You rapping all this, and I understand you still entertaining, but your kids in a private school, your kids went off to college. Like you said, man, you said us travel down. Jesus, get your kid in college. I understand that, man, but we can't continue to be the reflection in the mirror, man. The mirror is just shattered. So let's try to change things, man, moving forward, man. Y'all have a good day out there, man. Just woke up, man, early a.m. talk here. Peace and blessings, man. Let's build something sustainable, pass down titles, deeds, property, get together, work as a group, because collaboration beats competition, man. For real, collaboration, man. Let's put these great minds together, man. You ain't got to be talking about including other people, diversifying. Diversify your assets. But, man, once you bring other people in, they going to want a piece and they going to want to control it. So we don't look at each other and see something in that, see our good heritage, our good belief, and where we come from. Some are native to this land, some are Caribbean, some African descent, or wherever. Don't if you don't look at that and want to play for your team, you just like, oh, we the Cleveland Browns. I mean, the Cleveland Browns can turn into the Cowboys and Steelers a winning franchise. They work together, but that's, man, listen, we'll be all day talking about this in the morning, man. Y'all have a good one, man. But crime, we got to change things going and then go into another year. Have a good one.